you could...
Oh, is he?
Huh? What's the problem?
We were ringing.
I don't know, but if you come with me, this is a private car park. This is private space now, so
it's not
beyond the barriers.
It's not restricted because it said to come to reception around this end.
Okay, so who you
it's not, so it's not restricted. What I mean is the area is not restricted where we are.
But this is a private car park.
Well, that's the restricted area beyond that fence.
What's your motivation for filming us?
Oh, why not? Because we can. That's why. So we're interested. We're interested in having a look round. So that's
you
it.
You already know this is a government building, so you're obviously trying to test the water for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
so
we're allowed
immigration guys here. So I don't really understand why you.
Because we're allowed to. Yeah. Okay, that's in. Hang on, folks. Plug it into the power bank. What is going on, everybody? This is TGA. We're at the port of Poole. We're heading to Border Force's office here. Poole Harbour legislation. So that mainly applies. I've read the Poole Harbour bylaws. It applies to like vessels. Doesn't apply to people filming in public areas of the port. So, old railway track there, look folks. You're at Poole Harbour. So yeah, we're going to head up to Border Force. We're at Poole Harbour, folks. Got Brittany Ferries, the DFDS down there. Oh shit, they're right there. So, see what's down here. The street view actually that comes down here is not up to date. So, gonna see what's going on, folks. Canine Garden. Gonna head down to Border Force here. Yeah, folks. A few businesses down here. It's Poole Harbour Commissioners parking. There is a cafe down here for the public as well. So I think this is Border Force's office back here. And oh. See what's down here, folks. So I think this is Border Force down here. Let's have a look, folks, let's have a look. What's all that fenced off area there? Pass holders only. Port security regulations. I think this is Border Force's office, but yeah. Folks, there's cars parked in there anyway. Public area. Just don't know whether this is Border Force's building here. Can't see any signage at the minute. Intercom's no longer in use. Please go to the other side of the building for the entrance. There's cars parked here.
Other people take the window.
Yeah. Is that Border Force van in there? I think it is. So we're not going to go in there, obviously. It's a restricted area there. They said the other side's for the reception. So, have a look, folks. Fans are still running. There's a Border Force van in there, look. Is that the main reception there? Collection point. Stuff and deliveries only.
could stay in the windows.
Let's have a look at the van over there.
Well,
Yeah, I'm just going to have a look at the van. It's got a couple of border force vans in here, look folks. So that's a restricted area. There's border force vans in there. Oh, which rings the bell, actually.
yeah,
Okay, so which organisation are you from?
YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can probably get in touch with our press office.
UK
Well,
border
why?
agency.
Because we're already here,
Or
so
can I
what's
say
the
it?
point?
Hang on a moment. Wait 1 second.
Alright, thank you, sir. Right, they're coming down.
Are they? Right.
See, like it.
You tell them everything, don't you? It's not how it works, Rog. Don't tell them everything. And have a look at the van over here again. So that's a restricted area beyond there, so we're not going to obviously go into any restricted areas, folks. Only areas that are publicly accessible. That's border force van light. In there, folks. Looks empty, man. Let's have a look at some of the more darker cars around you. Any paperwork or anything left in them? No, I don't think any of them are official vehicles. I think the government vehicles are that side. You've got a truck going down there, look. Coming this way. Just tell him, mate.
You did say he was coming down.
Yeah. Are they?
Give him 5.
I'm gonna look around. There's got some bikes in there, folks, bike sheds. These look like old cells, look here. Holding cells. Are they? Well, that's an official vehicle there. So obviously not going to go in there, but that van looks official.
You alright, fella?
Oh, yeah, not too bad, mate.
How you doing? Can I help?
No, I'm just looking around.
Okay, what are you looking for?
I'm just looking at this building here mainly.
Yeah, why?
It's government, is it?
What's on your hat?
It's a government building, is it not?
Well, I don't need to tell you what building it is, I just wonder what you're up to.
Oh, just having a look, as I just said.
2 minutes.
What are you up to? All right, mate. All right, mate. I'm not going into any restricted areas anyway. Looks official, that car there, look. Roger's over there. Is he coming around, is he? Oh.
Yeah.
You alright?
You good?
Oh, is it?
Huh? What's the problem?
That we were ringing.
I don't know, but if you come with me,
Oh.
this is a private car park.
It's-
This is private space now, so
It's not.
beyond the barriers.
It's
you're-
not restricted because it said to come to reception around this end.
Okay, so who you here
It's
to
not,
see?
so it's not restricted. What I mean is the area is not restricted where we are. Cause
Yeah, but this is a private car park.
well,
so
that's the restricted area beyond that beyond that fence
What's
there.
your motivation for filming us?
Oh, why not? Because we can. That's why. So
All we're doing is
we're
filming
interested.
the
We're
YouTube.
interested in having a look round. So that's
You
it.
already
mate.
know this is a government building, so you're obviously trying to test the water for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
we're
he's got
allowed to.
immigration guys here, so I don't really understand why
This is why
you.
we
Because
wanna
we're,
watch
You're
it.
because
probably
we're allowed
warm,
to, yeah.
warm
Yeah.
camera.
That's fine.
Yeah, we
Okay.
wanted to.
Because it's not a restricted area, so we're okay
Yeah,
to be here at the
you-
minute.
you come with me on
we're
the other side of
we're
the-
all right to be here because it's not restricted, and it actually said to come round to reception here. There's a sign directing us this way.
Who's told you that?
That sign back there. The sign the other
Yeah,
side
but I'm
of the
telling
building.
you that unless you're contacting somebody in here,
We
then
did.
you've got no. You don't
Well, it
need
says
to
we're
be
not.
in this.
But we can't. The
private
thing is, it's
car park.
publicly accessible at the current time.
Yeah, but you've got a barrier there that stops. This supposed to.
For cars.
The implied suggestion is that it's a private car park.
No, not when there's a sign directing people to come around this way
Right.
for reception.
Okay, so if you contact who you want to speak to,
We did.
right, and who have you spoken to?
He said he was coming down now.
Who is that then?
I don't know because he didn't say his name was.
So
What's-
at the minute-
what are your
at the
hats,
minute-
guys? You look
at the
like
minute,
you're-
we're happy to
you got
be here.
official hat. Interpol. What's this one? I can't see it.
That's his name.
Auditor. Oh, you're an auditor.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So we want to-
Fellas,
We're okay to be here at
okay,
the
I've got
minute.
nothing more to say to you. You know my position. I'll see you later. Have a
Okay,
good
see
day.
you later. Thank you.
Well, that's UK Border Force. Then
Yeah.
You know you're wasting your time.
Oh, hello.
they don't want any. Oh, hello. Yeah. You want?
Don't waste your time. They're auditors. Come on.
Can we come in and ask a few questions? Why?
I'm just going to come in. Huh?
They've got no business here. They're just filming. So I'm right.
So you're not coming in?
Oh, can we not have a cup of tea or something? Can we have a cup of tea or something? Is that not?
We
No?
are coming in because we want to know.
Hello, gents.
You right?
Can I help you, please? I'll tell you who
No.
I am, just so you know.
Okay.
I'll wait for you, Molly.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what it's all about. To do with it.
Huh?
What, your Border Force? That is nothing to do with you.
Excuse me, sir.
Home office. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
My name's Dave Law.
Hello.
I'm Port Safety and Security Manager.
Okay.
Okay.
How can I help you today?
We came here to question Border Force as to why the borders are not being protected in the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
Okay, that's fair enough. Fair question.
Okay. Why are all the boats being let in?
Okay.
And why is Border Force?
Stand by, yeah.
I'm
Well,
happy
let
you
me-
film it, just
Yeah.
for the record.
So
Can I
I
just,
know it's not your job.
could I
but-
just point a couple of things out, if I may, please,
Of course
gents?
you can.
You are currently on private property.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so if you wish to film and we have no issues per se with you filming, that's absolutely fine. All we will do is ask you to do it from a public space, which I'm not
Okay.
at the moment.
Pool Port does have an implied right of access to it for people to
It
walk
does.
around. And there's a cafe down there as well, which we might
Which
use.
is closed.
It's closed at the minute.
Yeah, and it is generally closed. All right, I wouldn't say that because if it was open, we'd be using it.
Right.
So the implied right of access, you're absolutely correct, provided of course you've got business with the port, there's your implied right of access. I would suggest to you, and I can do no more than suggest, if your question is to do with the Border Force, and I would say it's a very big question you're asking. And
It's a huge
and I would suggest you need to direct that to the Home Office.
Okay.
Because the officers who are based down here are just like anybody else that come to work, they're doing their job, they're trying to get on to do their job. But you're asking a question which is, as I say, a big question, probably at national level, and I would suggest direct it to the Home Office.
That's fair enough.
Well, this is a Home Office building, so I imagine there's someone regional
it's-
here anyway.
It's leased to Border Force and Dorset Police, so it's not specifically a Home Office building.
Oh, the police are based in here as well.
That,
I
yes,
didn't
they
know
are.
that.
But the point is, it's not owned by the Home Office of the building.
Right, okay.
So that's why, to conduct business with it would be by an appointment on that side of it. But I'm happy to show you where the line is between what is a public area and what is the port area. And
Well, we could be getting a ferry, couldn't we?
well, I'd like to know which one you're getting today. Then that'll be interesting.
Oh, we could be. That's the thing. We
Well,
could
you,
be.
Well, you couldn't be because at the moment it's there are no ferries going today. In fact, I'll rephrase that. One has gone today, but that went at 8:30. So you won't be getting a ferry today.
Right.
All right. So as I say, I don't mind you filming me. I'm quite happy to film me. I'm quite happy to engage with you. I respect your right to do your auditing. That's absolutely fine with me. But again, there is public land and there's private land, and I'm sure you guys are fully aware.
If we direct any questions at the Home Office, they're bounced back.
Okay.
And they got no, we get no reply.
Yeah. So could you give me just a sec?
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Of course I can.
Apparently Dorset Police are in this building as well, I didn't know that.
Oh, we dealt with them before.
Dorset Police, yeah. Didn't know they were in here.
It's like Pembroke, but bigger, isn't it?
Yeah. So if I show you where the lines are, okay, and then I'm quite happy to explain all of that to you. As I say, we've had fair comment to say you're social auditors.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. So we've had social auditors down before. As I've said to you before, genuinely happy to engage with you, and if it's something about the port or something, we would happily work with you, give you information, etc. Quite happy so that if you have my name, and I've already told you what I do for a job because I'm safety and security manager.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's right.
Can I show you the bits?
Point is, we went down to Portland Port in Dorset as well.
Yeah.
We know that's got gates to the front, and, and then there's no public access on a point. There's no signs of that nature at this port for that point.
I'll challenge you on that one. Should we go and have a look?
So there's a sign to say that it is privately owned, but there isn't a sign to say that there's no public access to the site.
No, because the access is, as you say, an implied access on the assumption that you're actually doing business with the port. Could be you've got a ferry ticket and you're travelling out. It could be you're delivering or collecting goods with the port. It could be you have business with a customer on the port. That's how all of that stuff works.
Well, that's where the big Stockholm was.
That was in Portland, yes, that's correct.
Oh, we went down. The port police were really nice.
Yeah, they are actually. Again, to be fair, they're a really nice bunch of guys down there.
Sergeant Grant we spoke to there.
Yeah, I know Chris.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah.
Lovely chap.
He is. Yeah, no, you're actually right. As I say, some people get really bent out of shape over social workers. They don't see why.
Yeah.
There's no need for anyone to do that. Just engage with people. I mean, if I talk to you how I'd like to be spoken to,
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's a fair comment.
Yep. Fair enough, yeah.
So you don't have to answer me clearly what you. I don't know where you live, so you sort of just visiting the area, are you?
Oh, we're from Wales.
Oh, yeah, right, okay.
But no, we actually did a video. I know it's unrelated duties because this is the maritime office they've got here, obviously.
Yeah.
The office we did before was aviation related, so we did the custom house at Heathrow.
Yeah.
Which they really didn't like us filming at all. They said for some reason they thought it was illegal to film any image of a border force officer, which we know is wrong.
I can't comment on that because I wasn't there, but it's.
You're on a public pavement.
Yeah. And yeah, again, it's, as I say, some people do get a bit excited about it, and in actual fact, do you really need to?
Yeah.
Do you know, or you probably know of PJE auditor?
Yeah, he's been down this way as well.
Down, and if you saw the one he did down here, you would have heard me talking to him.
Oh, he's been down, has he?
Yeah. Which is fine. We have no issues with people doing their thing. Why not? I think it's more concerning when people are trying to hide stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we're not hiding anything.
Yeah, it was this location he did first, Sunseeker over there. So
the line, just and this is you can check this yourself. The official line. Excuse me, 1 second. One second. I'll talk to you about.
no problem.
Hey, listen. I'll give you a tip.
Yeah.
Oh, with the tarmac changes there.
So what they're saying is Port Harbour legislation applies. Okay.
From which line now?
Right. That's what I'm just going to show you. Now, if you've been to Portland, I can reference it back to Portland as well, because there's a good example there.
So they've got gates at the front of their side, but they've got like these dotted lines
That's
on
it,
there.
right, you've got it.
Yep.
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say to you. It is this line here. So this is where, not quite the line, this line here, this is Portland, and it does the same down there.
How come the sign says harbour legislation applies on that side?
Yeah, the reason is we couldn't put that sign down here.
Right.
Yeah, that's all. So,
Oh, right. I was wondering why the sign's
give
there,
you a tip,
that's all.
yeah, good, fine.
Right, those solar panels,
Yeah,
you need to trim the tree back.
yeah, it's temporary.
Right.
So what
That's
that's
temporary, is it?
yeah, what it is, there's some roadworks further up on the A31 as
Yeah.
you go out.
And clean the panels.
Yeah, no, it's not ours, it's highways.
Right.
So it's purely a temporary thing that's in here, because you're quite right, if you block them, they don't get to take the
You're not
power
going
in.
to get any efficiency out of
Yeah,
it. Once they're partially shaded, the whole panel
oh, it does. Yeah, no.
Because you've got I could see the wire, and you've got them connected in parallel.
Yeah.
Would that be highways that are on contract to the Port of Pool?
No,
Or-
no. All
so-
this is because there is some roadworks at Ferndale. So obviously, you can imagine now you're on your ferry, you're travelling out of here, and you're now trying to get, say, to go east up Southampton, London, Midlands, whatever, as you're going that way.
Yeah.
They're trying to avoid people going to an area where the road's closed. There's major gas works going on. And I know about that because they've been consulting with us since December. So we knew it was happening. They've asked permission to put some signs down here. So as if you're on a ferry, for example, you're driving, we don't want you getting caught in the traffic, so you've got an opportunity to go around it. That's what it's for.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So the port line, if you take, it's like this fence line here, up to that bit there, it goes further down onto the conventional quays that are down there. And then there's a railway line that runs down here, and as soon as
We've seen the railway
that's it.
line.
Yeah.
Obviously on this side it's reasonable for people to cross by here because of the dip, because of the drop curb by here it's reasonable for people to cross by there.
The trading was at Poole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Poole is Poole Harbour's trading. So you're absolutely right. This is a pavement. Is it reasonable? Is it reasonable for you to stand on there? Of course it is. That is public.
Because you've got the drop curb there for crossing the road by there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and again, we've had people, for example, who want a lawful protest. And when we've had that, we've said to them, look, we don't want you on the road because it's unsafe. Quite happy to get a protest, and we said to them, you want to use grass words to do your thing on it.
that's
It's on our
reasonable.
land, we've done it.
A
lawful protest. I can't remember what it is, we've had a few over the years. Not against us.
I'm assuming against
Yeah.
one of the companies that's based down here, was it?
It was, I think one of them was Save the Whales.
Oh,
so,
right.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah.
We've seen the pro-Palestine protest.
Yeah, seen them as well.
It's not P&O down here, but I know there was a big thing about P&O ferries.
It was. No, you're absolutely
Oh,
right.
yeah,
So
when
that
it's all this stuff.
they're really challenging times for a lot of people.
But it was Condor and Brittany ferries down here, isn't it? P&O here as well?
That's correct. Yes.
I don't think P&O's not here, is they?
No, P&O have never operated out of Port.
No, I didn't think they did.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The controversy I heard was about P&O ferries, not.
Yeah, no, I think. Well, I'd be surprised if anyone doesn't know about that. And it was. I think a lot of it was based on their operations out on the east coast. Because P&O don't operate out of Port.
No.
But I have done in my time. That's 24 years I've been there. So.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Hopefully I've been able to help you, chaps.
You have
appreciate
been
that, thank you.
absolutely wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
So I'm Dave.
Thank you very much for your
Dave,
time.
Sam.
Genuinely, we respect your rights to do your auditing. And some people have drones. If you do, I don't know. All we ever ask people to do is fly drones in a safe manner that can't have an adverse impact on anybody else. You can do that. And just out of interest, don't answer it. If you do have drones, just be careful though with areas that are SSI, sites of special scientific
Oh yeah, we know
interest,
about that. Yeah.
because you have to get permission from Natural England,
Yeah.
and this fits under that. And
I
learned that 2
may
months ago.
too qualify.
So what
That's fine.
I've also found out from the CAA actually that only with the SSSIs that relates to when there's nesting birds when it's during the season.
It is. So there are one of the great things about Poole Harbour, but it's also one of our challenges, is because of the size of it. It's the largest natural harbour in Europe, second largest natural harbour in the world. We get a lot of nesting birds in various different seasons. Don't ask me to quote what bird it is in what season, I don't know. But it varies at times. But again, if you've got people operating in a sensible way,
the sensible way, because I'm Me2 qualified, is if it's an SSSI, please go and ask.
Correct.
If it's okay. If it's not, then don't fly. That's basically manners, and it's the law.
But usually it's when it's nesting bird season, don't fly. If it's not, then you're okay to fly because there's not a reason they shouldn't.
We're not, we support that. We do. Drones now actually a really good tool. They can really help you with lots of stuff.
Some people say, oh, because we can, we will. But if it's polite, can I film it? And someone inside says no.
Well, it's your right though, that's the thing. That's the thing, Roger, it's your right to do so.
It's your right.
You can't say, if somebody says no, then you carry on filming. You can't just say no. You can't just say no because someone says so.
You can say, well, there's not a no-fly zone. It's not an SSSI. This is all I can fly. But it's just, it's a thin line.
It is, and it's if you're polite and respectful to people and that way you go about it. My experience is people will help you, and we're no different. So. It's all about, to be honest, engaging with people. Just engage.
That's how it should be.
Costs you nothing.
Absolutely.
I live by an SSSI, and they say no filming now. Nesting season, but then they say come April, May, yes you can.
Again, and that helps everyone because again,
we're all got to get along.
I don't know whether it's different here because you've got seabirds off here, innit? So
well, we do. So again, there's lots of challenges that we face, and we have to manage them because the other thing is we're the conservators of the harbour. We're just looking after it for the next generations, and we all want it to work. So. I want people who, when I retire, who are going to come in and keep on doing this and keep ports open. We need ports in the UK. It's about 97.5% of everything that comes in and out of the UK is for a seaport. So we are important to the country.
Yeah, there's a number of much larger ports like Port Felixstowe, places like that.
We're not on that scale. It'd be nice if we were, but we're really not.
And I've done both ports in Brown Bristol, Portbury and Avonmouth. They've got their own police force.
They do, yes.
As well.
Yes.
And I think they all know who I am now. So.
Well, again, you build relationships with them, don't you? And if you can all work together to do stuff, then why not? And we much prefer to take that approach than we do you're not coming in here.
Because they pulled out before, because where I was stood, there was they have the port police officers and the security officers as you go into the port. I was stood just on the outside on the pavement, the council property, launching the drone there. He saw the drone going up, and then he's straight on his radio like that. So, and then his colleague came out. He's like, "Ah, I know you. I've seen your videos on YouTube." So, that's the difference.
I look at them as well. So that's why I say some people react in some interesting ways. And actually, do you know what? If you're just polite and respectful to each other, if there's an issue, you should be able to explain what that issue is and work together. But at the same time, if there's an issue at a particular time to do something, you should say to you, look, if you can come back then, come back then. And you work like that. And to me, it builds relationships, and you're not trying to hide things that you don't need to be hiding. So,
that's fair enough.
All right. Look, are you happy if I explain where the port is?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it won't take up any more of your time anyway. So,
as I say, that is a dead end down there. If you want to walk down there, by all means, fill your boots.
Which way did we come from?
You would have come that way.
Yeah.
So, and if depending on where you're going, if you go right there, you go over the old bridge, and you're back into town. And you look
we might have a look around the town.
Boyman's do down the quay's really nice. There's some lovely little places to sit down if you want to get something to eat.
And the Marine Police by there as well, aren't they?
Yeah, the Marine section over there as well. Yeah.
So I don't know whether they keep the boats by there or not. Or...
Yeah, the boats are on the quay. If they're
get some pictures of those.
Oh, by all means do so. It's you'll be on the quayside. They'll be just there, so you'll be able to see them.
Brilliant.
And they've got 2 new boats. So
fantastic. Well, see if they'll give us a tour around those.
yeah, hopefully have a look. But guys, nice to meet you.
Andrew, Dave.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Dave on it, yeah.
No, you're welcome. And you're very welcome, guys.
Thank you for your time.
Not a problem at all.
Take care now. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
There we are.
Oh, what a nice car.
Dave on it. It's Dave on it. Right. So that's pretty much it for the Port of Poole here, folks. Here in Dorset. Got Red Waterfalls coming across here. No, he's not. So that's Port of Poole here, folks. Thanks everybody for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Also hit that bell button to stay notified. I'll catch you all on the next one, folks. TGA out.